I mean, the anger is justified, but I think the anger should be directed at us more than anybody else, because whatever situation is prevailing, yes, in some circumstances we are victims. For
Mhm.
example, when we look at the Kariba issue,
Mm.
that is outright murder. And the problem that we have with online, we isusu tiripa online, ma rivalist mu politics and those that consider themselves seasoned politicians, the bulk of people that participate in our online conversations end up being toxic on political grounds, which doesn't help. Um, Kariba, it's murder. So if we look at, let's take that as a test case. What has you and I done about that issue other than lamenting on social media? That's just ndakatarisa baba nemwana kumba kwedu taita sei isusu.
Mm.
Matigarisa pasi baba maita sei. Um, we have not taken the responsible body to court in the past week. That's one way of holding to account.
Mm. Mm.
Accuse them of murder, because that's what it is. It's not manslaughter, it's not culpable homicide, it's murder.
Plain and simple.
And this is what needs to take place. They are real people, even if the inquest or whatever they're proposing to do comes out and says, yes, the captain was responsible, but who, then you go from there. What were the um, appraisals of this captain?
Mhm.
And then you go to the mechanics. Now I see some of it, but I do not see enough of it. And that's giving an example of the Kariba one. And
Mhm.
then we go to our that road again. We still now remotely in the Caribbean. I was speaking to somebody yesterday who's involved in the emergency situation, and
Mhm.
I was like, what debauchery is this?" And there's serious gross negligence. That negligence kutongoda kushandisa kuzviita gloss up. Road inotora 24 hours. The place we're talking about from Karoi to Magunji. This is the route that people were navigating. Now, this route, I can appreciate it not being invested sooner because it's not highly habitable area. It's wildlife country, except for the people, the fishing camps. It's a string of fishing camps, but those fishing camps are people. So you cannot use an excuse yokuti kune reserva one or two along that route,
Mhm.
but predominantly it's business. They're fishing. So
Right.
this is livelihood, Yevan. So that doesn't even excuse not doing that road. If it means Kuti, these people need to be taxed for money to be raised for that road, then go to the taxman. Why are you not collecting tax from these people? You're holding
Mhm.
to account at every,
Mhm.
and in writing. So there's agency, active citizenship. It calls more than being eloquent in these spaces.
Mm.
Kunyatsodhila narichi, who's the local councillor in Kariba, in that area? We've got several councillors in Kariba. Forget which political party they belong to. Hold them to account. Pamurkuenda ku council sitting. Responsibility council scrutiny pazviri kunzi DDF funds. Pazviri kunzi mari road and maintenance local authority tisati taenda kuma-state highways. What are you sitting? What is there in your minutes? Hold actual persons to account. actual individuals. And then people will start taking their responsibilities and their jobs. A lot of councillors, I mean, more seriously, a lot of councillors don't even know what their mandate is because it's a joke in every local authority.
Yeah.
So we are not, we talk about holding people to account, but what exactly do we do after talking? We treat these engagements as kubawa kokuti unongopinda wozvitengera 1 or 2 wowacha bhora mokomenta.
Mm.
But the agency, the actual active citizenship is actually to say, right, who's the councillor for this? And recently I witnessed an MP being shut up. MP Murombedzi wanted to go further. Zvikanzi aiwa, it's not good for the PRI, chichichi, vakamunyaradza.
Mm-hmm.
So you now need to hold to account kumunhu iyeye amunyararidza yeye kuti saka iwewe what's your play in this? Ukunyaradzirei chii munhu ari kutaura zvinhu zvine value yeupenyu hwemunhu? Even pafa half a person, it will still matter. So holding people to account is what we talk about, and we appear or pretend to be outsourcing it to others. That's why
Right.
we celebrate when Hopewell tweets or Chamisa tweets and they respond to each other. But actually, if you look at the essence of the issues of constitutionalism, I was listening when you started, you said, "Vanhu vanoda pakanyorwa." No, that's not true, Dara.
Mm.
Vanhu vari kuda pane action. Zvakanzi zvakanyorwa kunzi chii is the last. Pakabviswa Mugabe, majority of people wanted Mugabe gone. People didn't care kuti zvii zvakanyorwa tafara Mugabe because hatingati munhu ari kupfeka madhaipa ndiyewo moti ndiye akabata mainterest enyika home and away. So people celebrated they didn't care the means by which, I mean, the intellectuals, the academics, and the pretense academics were interested in the constitutional process, in the democratic process of his removal. But there was nothing democratic about him staying in power in that state. So you needed a match to his removal. I'm one of the people that did not support the coup. But I was quite vocal that actually I don't like this idea yekunzi wakunzi munotongwa even vari mubhara.
Right.
So holding to account is not only about putting things in black and white. In fact, it's more action than black and white. The black and white follows the action that would have taken place.
Mm-hmm.
You come to the issue of Advocate Chamisa becoming the leader of the MDCT. There was a constitution that was botched there, but people didn't care about that. But because they wanted a leader that could garner the numbers almost in the same way that Changirai did. That's
Right.
why. So action precedes the black and white. So others might argue, could Triple C and guys in a constitution, but he took action. And it actually, with that action, it salvaged the opposition that was needed to at least show semblance. Could, there's seriousness here.
Mm-hmm.
And several MP candidates went under the banner of Triple C. So action preceded. So for those that are arguing that there is no constitution, no, that's not accurate. There was an emergency constitution, which you I think you're one of the people that are circulating it. Is it fit for purpose? Maybe not.
Mm.
But it was there and it followed the outcry of the academia looking for the written black and white piece of paper. Did
Right.
BT not have a constitution for his party? But did he have followers? Not enough to garner like the support that the Chamisa was capable of at the time. So Chamisa without a constitution garnered over 1 million votes. And you with a pristine constitution, you garner 0. So the black and white doesn't matter as much as the action. Magna Carta followed action. I
Mm-hmm.
laugh when people they say UK is a democracy. It's a monarch. Hakuna chinonzi constitutional monarch. It's governed by decree. Everything is His Majesty's this, His Majesty's that. And it's people think that it's ceremonial. No, it's not. This is why people are campaigning for the law to change, because it's not ceremonial. People want the paper now to follow. But you
Right.
need to start making the king irrelevant for that to be effective. And we've got a test case of Harry. It's gradually being removed. Debate, should he be given security? And all the man is money. The conversation, even if you do that conversation as a foreigner, the chances are you will not get naturalized. That's what shows you it's a monarch. And people want to think
Absolutely.
so action precedes the black and white. So you hold to account by actually acting.
Right.
And the monies that we're talking about, the administrative cost of holding, for example, the captain posthumously, holding him to account,
Mm-hmm.
filing those court documents. Munhu achangobva ku-law school anozvigona kuzviita.
Oh,
And the
yes.
court fees are published, they are negligible.
Mm.
Hapana filing, initial filing inoitika kuZimbabwe inopfuura $500. Imimi whisky yamuri kukumbira kuti mumwe izvozvizvi is 10% value of that. Saka kana muri
Yeah.
10 vanhu vari serious,
Mm.
muchida kuita kuti no, hold them to account posthumously, you can do it. Kouyawo umwe anoti employer wacho tiri kumuita, because it needs to trickle down, but it only trickles down when people see action.
Right.
So kana pachingori netalk,
Abana
isitofarira
batubeni.
katalk, handiti kunoku tiri limited ka, ukaenda kubasa wapedza,
Mm-hmm.
wamumba, wifi iri t,
Oh, don't have a space.
wakuenda paspace, lots of data to waste,
Absolutely.
unlimited data. And you only need 6 hours of sleep. Womuka futhi, you repeat the cycle. And you feel very proud of yourself. Kuti ndaita hold to account. Need to speak to some of us who were banned from entering the country
Mm-hmm.
or saying things against some key people, challenging the law, mining, challenging kuti inga imi munoti human rights, but this is what is being reported and you yourselves are reporting this. Saka, why are you doing this?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
agency. But we don't do agency unless Triple C as a party is benefiting, unless ZANU-PF as a party is benefiting. And yet, these are empty institutions without the very people we say we claim to want to fight for.
Right.
And if you go on the ground right now, everyone is repulsed by that incident in Kariba,
I know.
that
Yeah.
murder incident in Kariba.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we need the courts to actually say this murder,
Mm-hmm.
this is the person that, if Enron bosses
Oh, yes. They went
can
down. Yeah.
go to prison for several
Mm.
years just for money.
Yeah. And just for inside the
What more
trading.
for a life?
Absolutely.
Saka hatisatane hasha. Inini
Another
hangu
time.
ezvinezvi handina hasha, ndakambodziita dzikandikosta.
Right.
Saka ende pandakadziita dzichindikosta ndanga ndisati ndaane mhuri. Saka
Ah,
izvino
right.
semunhu ari kureza vazukuru vanyamasvisvi. So that's how we think.
Absolutely.
Kuti
I,
ndigozotadza kuenda kuZimbabwe,
mm.
ndigozoshaya basa, ndigozoshaya shamwari, ndigozonyimwa
Yeah.
mike paspace nekuti ndati zvakati.
I
Though
want
manje, what we are seeing, people clamoring to get audience and relevance with Hopewell over challenging Chamisa, and then Chamisa feeling too important to be challenged by a journalist, and then challenges the journalistic credential and ethics of a journalist who's now fallen out of favor, whom or with whom is fallen out of favor.
absolutely.
So how
Yeah.
do you hold someone to account? Because people think it only ZANU can hold the city of Harare to account because city of Harare is predominant. Other than the created delimitations in upper constituency to ZANU,
Mm.
it is open secret. Kuti, really, pasina those Ningirigini Harare South seats, apana.
Right.
ZANU PF Muharare. It's known in most urban areas. ZANU PF was at its weakest up until after the coup.
Yeah, absolutely.
Saka holding to account yakapfeka political jacket is useless.
Right. I
So
hear you.
kuda holding to account ine vanhu at heart,
Right.
ine
I hear you.
mutemo at heart.
Right. Thank you
So,
very much.
so we've had in lending, we've
Mhm.
had a lot of noise about constitutional amendment 3. Asi pakaitwa constitutional amendment 1, constitutional amendment 2,
Sure.
handina kunzwa noise. Why?
Right.
Because yanga isingakubatei batei politically kana kuti
Yeah.
musati mapiwa cue yekuacta. So take off the political jackets and hold people to account based on the actions.
Right.
Yes.
Not saying that. Thank you very much. I do appreciate